This is my audience. An article called Abortion Facts from abortionno.org states that there are approximately 42 million abortions that take place each year worldwide. Not everyone waits until marriage to have an intimate relationship with someone of the opposite sex. Unfortunately, teen pregnancies occur each year. Sexual diseases are additionally prevalent throughout the world. In order to have those intimate relationships, a number of women use birth control and other protective methods. Birth control is important because the pill can protect women from hurtful situations like teen pregnancy. Condoms protect both partners from STDs and they avert pregnancy as well. Society should use contraceptives because contraceptives prevent pregnancy and sexual diseases. There are many reasons people reap consequences from having unprotected sex. Many problems arise when people do not use contraceptives. Birth control is an easy way to prevent some of these problems, yet people choose not to use birth control. So many unwanted pregnancies occur and could be avoided if birth control had been used. If a person chooses not to use the birth control, the person faces that decision. Without preventatives, women face consequences of unwanted pregnancies and many other changing events every day. Rocca Harper and Rain Bennett discussed that unintended pregnancy can have significant consequences for both mother and child and is indicative of unprotected sex and risk for STDs. Not only does the mother suffer if an unwanted pregnancy happens, but the child does too. She is putting herself and a possible other human being in danger by having unprotected sex. Not using contraceptives is almost selfish in the sense that lives are being put at risk. Why would anyone want to put one or two lives at stake? Another problem occurs when people do not use condoms. If people do not use condoms, they will face consequences. STDs are one of the biggest reasons why condoms need to be used during sexual intercourse. If a woman gets an STD during unprotected sex, the STD could leave the woman sterile. Just imagine this happening to a young woman who dreams of getting married and having a family soon in her life. By just using a condom, that sterilization could be preventable. Many people just do not care about their well-being. Everyone should want to use condoms to prevent anything like this situation from happening to them. Any disease that someone obtains leaves lasting impacts. Why risk it? And this slide shows someone reaping the consequences of not using condoms or birth control. They're having to take a pregnancy test. There are ways to fix these problems. By using birth control, people can prevent unwanted pregnancy. This preventative should be used as an easy, available way to stop unwanted pregnancies. Phillips and Wakefield and Kasparian from the Journal of Women's Health states that although there are important health risks and benefits associated with the oral contraceptive pill use, healthcare professionals prescribe the OCP because it is considered safe, effective, and well tolerated. Why do people choose not to use such an easy protective method to prevent pregnancy? Taking a shot every month or a little pill every day is not a hard task. This slide shows some of the different types of birth control. Some examples are condoms, oral contraception, and the hormonal ring. Another solution to prevent unwanted pregnancy and STIs is to use condoms. Condoms are also very accessible, just like birth control. Condoms are even easier to purchase than birth control. No doctors have to be involved, there are no prescriptions, and they are not that expensive. Once again, why don't people buy and use condoms if they are easy to use and receive? Why put yourself and your partner at risk when wearing a condom prevents STIs? This picture shows just how much condoms there are available to all the public. If no protection is involved during sexual activity, both people can contract the illnesses. Just by using a simple method, infections can be prevented. An article entitled Risk Factors Influencing Non-Use of Condoms at Sexual Relations in Populations Under High Risk says that using contraceptives doesn't take a lot of work, yet people still don't use them. The spreading of HIV can be cut down by over 75% by using condoms correctly and consistently. Everyone should use condoms because the spreading of sexual diseases lessens when people use them. That's all it takes, one simple condom to stop yourself from getting an STD. Everyone should want to protect and care about their bodies in general. In order to be sexually active, people have to care about themselves. Caring is such an easy solution. If you want to be sexually active when you are not married, you need to be safe and use protection. You have to put yourself first and think about the consequences. An article from Women's Health magazine states that you should know by now that foregoing condoms during sex puts you at heightened risk of unintended pregnancy and contracting STDs. But according to a new study in the Journal of Adolescent Health, it seems that most American women haven't gotten the memo or just aren't that concerned. How can some women just not care about getting pregnant at a bad time or contracting an STD? Women and men need to care and use protection because an STD or unwanted pregnancy could change a life forever. People also need to care about others as well as themselves. Not using protection does not just affect one person. It affects many. Not using protection is selfish because the consequences can hurt loved ones. When an unintended pregnancy occurs or when an STD is received, loved ones have to deal with the person's mistakes. Sometimes money is involved as well as time, doctors, and even therapy. Why would anyone want to hurt a close member of the family? Using protection prevents those situations from happening. Be aware of your actions and be safe. Preventing pregnancies by using contraceptives is like using hand sanitizer to kill bacteria and prevent sicknesses. People use hand sanitizer as an easy way to protect themselves from germs, as condoms and birth control protect the body from unintended things. Using hand sanitizer does not take a lot of effort or thought like using condoms or taking an oral contraceptive pill. Contraceptives need to be used to protect the human body. Condoms and birth control are there for people who want to be cautious and prevent diseases. Contraceptives are not 100% effective, but it is better to be safe than sorry. Risking anything is not worth the consequences that follow. It is also better to use something rather than use absolutely nothing. Protect yourself and others who are close to you. There are many risks involved to avoid being cautious and careful at all times. Everyone needs to use both birth control and or condoms to prevent diseases and unplanned pregnancy. Thank you.
Well, show us.
It's still on there. It's still recording.
You
Capital MARYK 04//.
Should we clap?
Woo! Ow! Ow!
Since recording.
Yes, it still is. She just has to show us.
I mean, it's obvious you're